on, Dinner with Dan on the air. I'd like to welcome everyone to this, the 15th episode of Dinner with Dan. 15th. It's December 7th, 2025, and as usual, we are coming to you from Dayton's premier historic Five Oaks neighborhood. I'm Dan Garris, your host. At the table tonight, we have regulars Nan Whaley and Sam Braun, and Paul Duncan Robinson, and my son Eddie. Unfortunately, table regular Kate Evans is ill tonight and unable to be with us, although she's a lifelong Packer fan, so the Packers are playing right now, so maybe, but anyhow, I think, yeah. Well, anyhow, we do wish her a speedy recovery. Like to start, though, on two somber notes. I would like to take a moment to honor all those who died on December 7th, 1941 at Pearl Harbor. Today is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. And hope our country never forgets how we all came together to defeat fascism in Europe and military dictatorship in Asia. And also today, we learned that a true daughter of Dayton's dining scene, Karen Wick, passed away yesterday. For years, Karen has operated Coco's, a upscale, wonderful dining destination in our area. First on 5th Street, then on a bigger location on Wayne Avenue, where Wheat Penny is now, and then finally on Warren Street, where Big Coco's is. It was a favorite of my late wife Virginia and I. We always did our wedding anniversary at Coco's.
Oh, did you?
And we also always had a lot of party fundraisers and other fundraisers at Coco. So Karen's definitely going to get missed. And then, I like to hear from our listeners, whether they fact check me or whether they make a comment about what's going on. And I do want to say that since the last time we were here, I got this text from one of my dear friends, Eleanor Jean Butterball Payne, in Wichita Falls, Texas. Those here at the table know she was my college girlfriend, and she has been a loyal listener since the very first episode. And I want to share with you this text to let you know what a good, loyal listener she is. And her text read, was about the movie. It's not on Roku, but I did finally find it on Amazon Prime Video, which I now have a subscription for, just to watch the movies.
Wow.
It hurts me to pay to watch TV, but it's fun to follow along with your weekly discussions. I can just say, Eleanor, you're a loyal listener and a true friend, and we appreciate it.
That is very nice.
Yeah. So you other listeners out there, if you do want to get a shout out, or you want to tell us we're doing something right or wrong, please feel free to contact us. Now, before we get into everything else, we got to tell you what we've got for dinner tonight. So the people who brought the food, take over.
So, and in keeping with the movie, which we'll talk about, we brought breakfast for dinner. So Brenner. So this is a hash brown egg bake. So it's eggs, tater tots, mushroom, and cheese. You really can't go wrong with those things.
Nope. It is very good.
And then, which is something I love to make, but I normally never make it because I don't have anything but two people at our house in the breakfast time. So this worked out great. And then we have a fruit salad with pineapple, strawberries, blueberries, and grapes, which is very pretty. And then Duncan brought some raw carrots, very important for the movie.
Yes, it is.
And we have some bagels, toasted bagels with cream cheese, and Duncan also brought some Dunkin' Donuts.
Also from the movie.
Yeah, old fashions for dunking.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Now, no coffee because it's late at night and I can't do caffeine this late, but...
Well, we could have made decaf for you.
I thought about it, but then I was like, I'll just have some water so I can dunk my donut in it, as they did in the movie. I also want to say about Karen. Karen, in addition to being a great small business owner, she was also an elected official, serving 8 years on the Dayton School Board, which is one of the hardest jobs in local government and
Yep.
thankless jobs. And was tireless advocate for Dayton and loved Dayton so much. And,
Yep.
Just thinking of her family, Jim, Coco, and Hector during this time. I'm really sad for them today.
Yep. Great lady. Going to be very, very missed.
Absolutely.
Okay. Before we get into the movie, Paul, bring us up to date on how you spent the last 7 days.
Well, curling season has started, so so I've done my usual Tuesday morning, Wednesday evening curling, and that's kind of fun.
And where do you do it?
I do it at the Cincinnati Curling Club, which is actually in Westchester, near the IKEA. And they're non-competitive league, so it's very chill, which I like very much. So no drama. It's just fun to.
Does it get dramatic if it's competitive?
It can be, yeah.
Really? Do you have a story about how it got super competitive?
I'll make it brief. A couple seasons ago, the team I was on, we made the playoffs. We're the 9th seed, and we kind of overplayed and became the 2nd seed. And the team, one of the players on the team that was the 1 seed that we beat, was kind of mad because, of course, we weren't supposed to win, and got the rule change the following season to make it double elimination, so teams that aren't supposed to win.
So what do you mean?
I can't prove that to you.
So the double eliminate, what do you mean?
Well, because a team like ours that was seeded 9th and beat the number 1 seed, would have to, win 2 games, or they would have the number 1 seed would have a second shot at, staying in the
oh, that's
playoffs.
Terrible
yeah,
rule.
I can't prove that to you exactly, but let's just say I know it was advocated for by that person. So that's like the kind of drama, and the rest of the drama would be like more curling specific, so I won't bore anyone here. But the other thing is I helped my daughter Mia adopt a cat yesterday. She's 20 and a student at Ohio State, and she'd been stalking cats online at various rescue places, and she really wanted a senior cat. And this place we went to, the Colony Cats Rescue in Dublin, Ohio, waved her off of a senior cat for reasons I don't quite understand, but that's okay because they had beaucoup other cats.
Did they really?
Yeah, so after 2 trips in 3 days, yesterday was the day she took home a cat.
Is it a baby cat then?
It's 2 years old. It looks small. We have a 23-pound cat at home and 2 other cats, so this cat looks small by comparison. But
So this is going to be 4 cats?
It's going to be 4 cats.
2 cats away from being a crazy cat lady.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been like only about 24 hours since she's had this cat. So
she can have a cat up at OSU?
Yeah. And her roommate has I think a 7-month-old kitten.
So they don't live on campus?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
They all live together. The 4 ladies lived together last year, sophomore year, and this year they live in an fairly new apartment complex, right across the street from Kroger, so it's pretty convenient on High Street.
On High Street?
Yeah.
On the Kroger at High Street?
Yeah.
I was just by there yesterday. I stay a lot of times with my friend Misha. She lives on Kelso Road, like right off High Street, so it's like right close to there.
Yeah, so it's the Uncommon Apartments, not to necessarily plug them, so it's on the east side of High Street, so next time you can visualize where she lives.
There's Mia.
Yeah, exactly, you might. Yeah.
That's exciting. So, what's she majoring in?
Majoring in psychology, a minor in criminology and a minor in public health, and she's going to try to Tetris her schedule and or maybe take an online summer course so that pick up a 3rd minor in American Sign Language. So she has to do a foreign language, but American Sign Language counts as another language. So yeah.
She has to have a minor in a language?
No, not a minor, but just she has to pick, do I think 2 years or 3 semesters of a foreign language. And American Sign Language counts as that for that requirement.
Virginia, when she graduated Thomas More, and before she started UD for a year, she taught at St. Rita's School for the Deaf in Cincinnati. So when she would sometimes get excited, she would start talking and signing at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew I was in trouble when that happened.
Yeah, so I think it was me as an American Sign Language professor who encouraged her to minor, not knowing that she already had 2 other minors, so Mia's going to take her up on that, I think, but got to really look at the schedule.
We'll take a break.
So Eddie, what have you done this past week?
Replaced windows, cooked pea soup, made tiramisu.
You made tiramisu?
Yes, he did.
That's very hard.
Have you made it
And
before?
had a funds mess and went to the ball and went to walk.
What made you decide to make tiramisu?
I like tiramisu.
I've never been able to make it. It's very hard.
Do you want to try a piece?
Yeah, we
It
can try
has
it.
espresso in it.
Yeah, I know.
It's really good.
Any garlic in it?
No, not yet.
All right.
So you want
Not
to try
yet.
a piece?
I might take a piece home, so I can have it not when it's night at night with the espresso in it.
He made it Friday. He and Carla, and my friend Ava Kay, who's also a loyal listener, she stopped on her way here last night. Brought a pot of ham and bean soup,
How nice.
and for dessert, Eddie brought us out his tiramisu.
Wow.
And she, like me, is a tiramisu fan, and she rated it very good.
The pea soup took longer though.
Oh, the pea soup was monumental.
What made you say
It
you
was
should
so
make
great.
pea soup?
I like to cook. I'm not allowed to cook.
I just think it's an interesting choice.
It's a good
Well,
pea soup.
he got a ham bone from
Oh,
honey baked ham
Okay.
and
For
put
the-
it in
for
the
the night.
put it in the crock pot. Then he cut up a bunch of carrots and celery. Would not let me do it. As I sat there and watched him do it, and then dumped those in. Then dumped the packet of lentils and whatever
You
else
forgot
in.
about ladling out all the fat, folks. That takes forever.
Yeah, but it was really good.
Well done. You know, your boys can cook.
Yeah, I know. Yes, they can. I'm not sure that Frank can cook.
Oh, Marty is a good cook too. It's
Marty,
exciting.
yeah, Marty is. Yeah,
Marty's like better at the meat.
yeah, he loves smoking meat. That's for sure. So, Nanette, what did you do this week?
I worked all week. I had a fundraiser for Carl Keith on Wednesday at
At
Coco's.
Coco's, yeah.
I saw Karen there. I'm so glad I got to see her. And that was great. You know, it's 25 years.
Yeah.
Since Carl has been county
Yeah.
auditor. And, you know, I was his first hire. So, 25 years ago. And
You're getting old.
that was half my life ago. Because I'll be 50 in January. Isn't that wild?
Puts it in perspective.
Yeah. So that's half a life. And it was before Carl and I made the point, it's before Doris and before Sam. So that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
So that was nice. He had a nice event there. And then I have my other podcast and I did 3 interviews this week for that.
Oh, wow.
So that kept me busy. And then Friday, I went to Columbus and had dinner with some friends and stayed over. And then I did meetings Saturday morning. And then I went to the Ohio Democratic Party meeting, which was thrilling. And then Sam and I this is the wildest thing. Okay, you ready? Sam and I went to dinner with Taylor Sappington. Okay, Taylor ran for state auditor when I ran for governor in 22, and we became good friends. And
Okay.
we've been trying to get dinner for 3 years. We're just not very good at getting it together. So I was already in Columbus. Sam drove over, and his boyfriend Johnny. And Johnny and Taylor started dating like 2 months before the campaign. And now Taylor's the county treasurer of Athens County. Just was like elected last year, and then September.
Of Athens.
Athens, yeah.
Okay.
He was the Nelsonville city auditor, and then he had a primary, and then won his general for Athens County treasurer. Anyway, so we were just catching up, and we're talking, you know, like shows we like, you know, stuff like that. And then Taylor's boyfriend John says, "Oh, you know, I can't fly. I'm scared of flying. I went to Punta Cana once, and Taylor and I went, and it was like so stressful. I just like so." And I was like, "Well, that's too bad." And then he says, "The only place I would ever fly to is Canada." And I was like, "Well, that's strange because you can like drive to Canada, right?" And then he says, "Because I need to get to Prince Edward Island because I'm a huge Anne of Green Gables fan."
Oh, wow. He had you at Anna Green Gables.
I about died. Number one, I've never really run into a woman that loves Anne of Green Gables the way I do, much less a man.
Never a man.
He has
No.
decorated his whole dining room in Anne of Green Gables style. He sent me a picture.
He's got issues.
And we quoted back and forth, you know, every day is fresh with no mistakes in it. We agreed that when Matthew dies, it is diabolical. Like, it was, I told him the story about how I used to sit in your room.
And put a blanket over your head.
Put a blanket over. I told him that whole story. He said, well, of course. Like, it's terrible. This was wild. That's the wildest thing that happened to me this whole week.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I got to show you the picture of the dining room. It is, like, he redid his dining room. I sent him a picture of my house because, you know, it has Green Gables on it. Because, you know,
Yeah.
I call my house Nan of Green Gables. So, but this was, and I was like, oh, and we texted each other and said, oh, we are kindred spirits. Look at this dining room he redid.
Definitely contemplating flying, despite
Okay.
the fear of flying, really shows the seriousness.
Yeah.
Perhaps equal to redoing your room.
Yeah, he needs counseling.
It was amazing.
He needs counseling.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That happened to me last night.
So, do you think you're going to redo yours?
No, I can't keep up with this guy. I told him
You
that
should just
my
visit.
Sam says no.
No.
that my Peloton name is Muriel Stacy, and of course, no. Does anybody at this table even know what that means? No, that is such a deep cut of Anne of Green Gables. Muriel Stacy was Anne's elementary school teacher. Okay, and he was like, "Oh yes, Miss Stacy." Like, it was amazing, amazing.
So nothing else was talked about after you learned that.
No, like that's all we talked, right, Sam? At the end, that was it.
Yeah. Well, we'd already been eating for 2.5 hours,
Oh,
so I
okay.
mean,
Isn't
yeah,
this
we had to
something
drive
else?
home.
That is.
Well, Dan is texting
No.
while on the podcast right now. Just
Look.
want to let you know. You hear that click, 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 click?
Yeah.
My longtime good friend, the guy who has the sausage and cheese truck, the Deli Direct guy, who I have known for 20, 25 years, who shows up a couple times a year and goes from door to door, office to office,
Yes.
selling cheese and sausage and
Yes.
everything. Great friend of mine. He's a wonderful Bears fan. He's on the road, and I told him I would keep him posted
On the Bears game.
on the Bears game.
Because the Bears game is going on right now.
So I'm just going to, well, Sam, as you tell us what you did, I'll finish this text to him.
Well, I don't have much this week. Went to Columbus for dinner. Took care of things at work. I mean, I don't have anything really.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
You went to the fundraiser for Carl.
Yeah, Carl's fundraiser.
Sam's very thrilling this
Sorry.
week, Dan.
Yep.
Not anything.
What did I do?
Yes.
I went to Legacy twice.
On the same day?
No, well, Friday, my Friday group, and then my Saturday group. And then Eddie and I went out to St. Kateri today and
nice.
put a dozen red roses on Virginia's spot. And somebody has put a large pumpkin on mine. And the animals have been eating the pumpkin. So I took great joy in that, you know, because it's all natural out there. And
It is very nice.
so
out there.
I have no idea who put the pumpkin on there, but if you're listening, thank you for putting the pumpkin on my spot.
Nice.
Okay,
And then you
so
had dinner with Ava K.
say what?
And you had dinner with Ava K.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. And Ava K. Well, no, I said that
Yeah,
earlier.
but
Yeah,
that's great.
Oh,
I had a great time with Ava K. Yep, she is. I have known her since we were infants in the nursery at First Methodist Church in Van Wert. I got into so much trouble with her over our 72 years on this planet. Her father was a internationally famous livestock auctioneer, and they lived out on a farm. And he always referred to Ava K and me, just Ava K and me, as you're nothing but a bunch of damn sheep killers. Sheep killers were wild dogs that ran around in rural areas and killed sheep. So
you
that's
were
how
like-
much trouble we got into.
You were like feral dogs.
We were like feral dogs. We were nothing but a bunch of sheep killers.
That's
So,
hilarious.
and Ava K listens to us. So there you go, Ava K. You got a shout out. The bean soup was great.
That's so nice.
Yep.
So are you talking about this wonderful movie?
Okay, yes. So now we're going to get into the movie tonight. We are now at the 6th Best Picture of the Year Oscar winner, and that was for 1934. It's a wonderful movie called It Happened One Night. I'm just going to put a few things out there to start
please.
off with.
I want to hear all about it.
Okay, just so everybody knows, like with Cavalcade, I have watched this movie twice.
Oh, did you watch it twice?
Once, just the movie. The second time, the movie with Frank Capra Jr. talking about the movie and things his dad told him about the movie.
Oh, how cool.
So that's why I buy the DVD, because you get those kind of things. You don't get them from Amazon Prime or Roku or anything else. So anyhow, I've watched this movie twice. It was based on an article, short story, that was in a Cosmopolitan magazine that his father read. He couldn't remember if it was either at a barbershop or at a dentist office. His father got Columbia, where he was contracted to buy it. And they bought it and they put it on the shelf forever. And then after Capra had made a movie, he decided, we want to make this movie. He convinced the people at Columbia to do it. So he got his writing buddy. They came up with, they changed some things in the story. And then, interestingly enough, MGM, who Clark Gable was contracted with, happened to be mad at Clark Gable.
Right.
They were in a fight, and to punish Clark Gable, they sent him for one movie. They loaned him for one movie to Columbia, which was a struggling B, maybe C studio. And they thought, this will teach you, Clark Gable.
Isn't that funny?
And he referred to it as going to Siberia. That, he got there, he didn't want to do it, but, he knew he had to do it because he was being punished. And the more and more he read the script, the more and more he liked it, because he had not done comedy. He was a serious actor. He had never really done comedy.
Oh, wow.
So when he signed on, then they knew they had a star, and they needed to get a female star. The first 5 females, and I'm not sure their names, but the first 5 actresses turned them down. Said, no way. So they made a pitch to Claudia Colbert, and she said no, because she was leaving for vacation in 4 weeks, and she did not have time to do a movie. At that time, she was getting $25,000 per movie. It's a lot of money. That's during the Depression. They said, we will double your salary, and we'll shoot it in 4 weeks. And she said, okay, but I'm gone after 4 weeks. So that's how those two got in the movie.
And did they shoot it in 4 weeks?
And they shot it in 4 weeks. And for those of you who don't know a lot about movies, this movie went on to win the Big 5. Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Screenplay, and Best Director. That did not happen again until One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Way, way, way many years later, did that same
Not till
5 wins.
Cuckoo's Nest like the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, late 70s, yeah.
Yeah, so like 40 years later.
Yeah, so it was a long time. So it's interesting because after the movie was over, after they were done filming, Claudette told her close friends that she was disappointed because this was the worst picture she'd ever appeared in, that she'd ever made.
Isn't that funny?
And she almost didn't go to the Academy Award banquet that night.
Do you think she meant that about her own personal performance or the overall?
I think the overall. Because this kind of movie had never been made before.
It's like the first rom-com.
Yeah, well, but on the genre, you refer to it as a screwball comedy.
Yeah.
And, here's the DVD case. And on the back, you've heard of Leonard Maltin, right?
Right.
Okay. Frank Capra's It Happened One Night is the film that launched the screwball genre. a legendary romantic comedy that is still as enchanting as ever. That's from Leonard Maltin.
Yeah, rom-com.
And so it was they called it screwball comedy. And as we all know, I'm collecting art
Yes.
and
Art
vintage
that doesn't
and,
fit in your house.
and vintage movie magazines
Yes.
featuring Carol Lombard, who then eventually married Clark Gable.
Yeah.
And Carol Lombard was known as the queen of screwball comedies.
Oh.
She got pigeonholed to doing screwball comedies, and really only had one or two serious roles. Whereas Clark Gable always had serious roles, and this was really one of his few comedies he did. So that is the beginning. So somebody jump in while I eat another piece of this great
Do you want to recap the plot?
egg bake. Huh?
Do you want to recap the plot?
Well, let me eat while one of you guys we talk.
You volunteered.
Yeah.
Oh man, I volunteered. I can't remember the main character's name, but it's Frank.
Peter Warren.
Peter
Yeah.
Warren. Okay, it's Peter.
Warren.
Warren, W-R-N-E. W-A-R-N-E.
It's Clark Gable, newspaper man, who's at odds with his editor and basically gets fired. And so he's about to get on a bus, and he runs into Claudette Colbert, who's
What was her name?
Ellen Andrews.
Yeah.
Ellie, yeah.
Ellie,
Ellie Andrews. Good job, Sam.
who is hiding from her wealthy father because he doesn't approve of the man that she's married, who's a
Whose name is King?
yeah, his name is King,
King.
like Wesley King.
King Wesley.
Or King Wensley.
Is he supposed to be like a Lindbergh character?
Yeah, he's a noted aviator.
Yeah,
I think he's supposed to be like like Charles Lindbergh.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
not a barnstormer,
Quite a bit
but probably
No, he's not a
somebody-
barnstormer, no.
Yeah, and so they Ellie and Peter meet up on the bus, which is the meet cute of the rom-com.
I know. It's such a good meet cute,
It's
right?
got all the rom-com elements,
Exactly,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Starting with the meet cute where she steals his seat.
Yeah. And so they alternate between liking each other, not liking each other, and through some situations, they remain paired up, so to speak, as they try to make their way to New York on a bus, only to, of course, fall in love, consistent with rom-coms.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. But so well done.
Yeah.
So well done.
Well, that's what I mean. We've seen so many rom-coms over the years that knowing what the tropes are, it's still an enjoyable movie, right? I mean,
I loved this movie. I loved it. I think it's my favorite of the 6.
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's so great. It's so great, and it made me appreciate Clark Gable and the whole Walls of Jericho, and I mean just so good. My favorite scene of the movie, and I had Sam watch it even before he'd watched it because I watched it on Tuesday night, and he went to the Flyer game, and so then he had to watch it Wednesday night. And my favorite scene is the one he comes back in to see the dad, and he wants $38.60.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's like, so you want the $10,000 reward and $38? He's like, nope, just the $38.60. And so he gives the check, and then the dad is like, can I ask you a frank question? Do you love my daughter? What? Anybody that would love your daughter is something that you didn't ask the question 3 times.
Yeah.
He asked, do you love my daughter? Do you love my daughter? And then Gable says, yes, but you shouldn't hold that against me. I'm a little screwy. I just love that scene. The way they ratchet it up, it's so good, and Gable's so good in it. So this prompted me to read more about Clark Gable, so I knew about how he got traded off of MGM to Columbia from that. And the other thing that I think is really strange about Clark Gable is he has terrible halitosis.
Yeah.
And so I was telling somebody this weekend, I watched this great movie, It Happened One Night, with Clark Gable, and the person said to me, he has terrible halitosis. And I said, I just learned that. I thought that's so strange. That's the thing, the random thing people know about Clark Gable. Isn't that funny?
A native Ohioan.
Yep, Cadiz, Ohio.
From Cadiz, Ohio.
Yeah.
County seat of Harrison County,
Yep, I've been there.
where I used to do a lot of trial work when I worked for the Attorney General's
Yeah.
office, coal country.
Yep, I've been there. I really enjoyed it. I thought the pacing was great in this movie. It was cute. I thought Colbert was great in it. I thought she played, the entitled princess role really, really well. I thought the dad was great. I really love the movie. It's my favorite of the 6 we've seen so far.
In a nerdy sort of way, I actually like the scenes where like they're on the go. I mean, I like seeing the bus scene for some reason because it's a contemporary movie. Like they're not, right? They're not. It's not a historical movie. And I got to thinking, like, boy, that would be a hard bus trip. There's no interstates, right?
The bus traveling, yeah.
Bus traveling.
And they sing the song about the trapeze, and that was really cute. And
that was ad-libbed.
Was it? That was really well done.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
The bus driver was Ward Bond.
Okay.
I keep forgetting you guys are young.
And
You're supposed to know who that is.
Huh? Wagon Train. He led the TV show Wagon Train.
No, don't know who.
Okay, well, Capra used a lot of these actors over and over and over again.
Yes.
You ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes. Best movie ever.
Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
He's the cop.
Oh, he's the cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
He was
yes,
the bus driver.
He sure is the cop. Sidebar, I've been binge watching Parks and Rec, and in one of the episodes this past week I watched that Andy character. It's the Galentine's episode, and he has to play music for the senior citizens with his band. And they're like, well, just sound like, why don't you sing it like Louis Armstrong? And he's like, who's that?
Why don't you sing it like Dean
You
Martin?
sound as good as Dean Martin. Who's that?
And since you mentioned Galentine, I will go back to when we did Paul. The director of A Walk in the Woods was the guy who directed that episode of Parks and Rec.
Of Parks of Galentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love
You guys ever listen to what I say?
You didn't say that.
Yes, I did. It's in the episode. I absolutely
I was
did.
very busy texting someone in that moment.
There you go.
I love Galentine. I celebrate Galentine's Day. Just to have you know, I send out gifts to about.
Bears
15
just scored
women.
another touchdown, and if we kick the extra point, we'll be tied.
See, you're not listening to me on the Galentine's Day.
Okay, now, another thing I'd like to bring up in one of the early scenes when her suitcase gets stolen.
Yes.
And Clark Gable can't get it back.
Yes.
And he comes back, and she says to him, "Keep out of my affairs. I want to be left alone." And I think that had to be a tongue-in-cheek reference to
Grand Hotel.
to Grand Hotel. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Good. I didn't put that together.
And there's some. I love the witty banter.
I know.
It was very. You got to remember the era. One of my favorite lines was that Sporty, the guy that was hitting on her. What was his name?
Oh, I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Shapley. Yeah. Shapley says, "When a cold mama gets hot, oh how she sizzles." What a great line. When a cold mama gets hot, oh how she sizzles.
I remember that.
Now, another thing, so much of movies is ad-libbed. We all know from The Godfather that leave the gun, take the cannoli was not in the script. Totally ad-libbed. The actor put that in, and Coppola decided, I'm keeping it. Okay? In this movie, the Walls of Jericho was not in the script.
You're kidding, and it became such a key part.
Became such a key part because Colbert did not want to undress in front of the camera. So they couldn't figure out a way for her to get undressed, not in front of the camera. So she came up with, well, just put a curtain up, and I'll throw my clothes over a curtain, and then it'll be like I am undressing.
And that's how it happened?
And that's how it happened.
And it's such a key part of the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's how the movie ends.
Right. The walls of Jericho come tumbling
With the
down.
trumpet, yeah.
That's cute, yeah.
And that is one of the most famous parts of that movie. The other famous part of that movie is when they're hitchhiking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And so they had a stunt double lined up to pull the dress up to show the leg. And Colbert said, no, I'm going to show my own leg. So that's actually her pulling her dress up. because originally they thought, well, she didn't want to undress in front of the, well, not totally undress, of course, because of the code, but
And the code's in place by this time.
yeah.
When did the code get in place?
33, 34,
So
something
this is
like that.
pretty new.
Yeah. So yeah, that was all on her part. And another interesting thing is they did it in 4 weeks. So most of the shots were on location because they didn't have time to build sets. So if you think about it, most of the stuff is stuff that's already built. When they go to that cabin, there's very few things that were actually filmed at the studio. A lot of stuff out on the road, so they didn't have to build sets. And they were having to do it quick. And back then, there were all kind of unemployed actors and things, and they used to hang out in front of the doors. And if somebody that was supposed to be there didn't show up, they would come out and go, hey, okay, we'll pay you $100 to do this. The guy that comes in and says, when they're in the cabin where it rained all night, the bus leaves in 5 minutes, that was a guy off the street.
Right.
Yeah, he was an unemployed actor that whoever was supposed to be the guy to come in and say, bus leaves in 5 minutes, didn't show up. So they walked out the door, hey, you want to be in it? Yep, boop. So he ended up being in a movie. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so done some other things that I really loved is holy jumping catfish, you'll drive a guy crazy. That was a line. Then that, when they're hitchhiking, keep your eye on that thumb and see what happens.
Yeah.
So I love that one. And then, then let's talk about the donuts.
Yes.
Because we did have donuts, because Duncan brought donuts. So somebody else talk. Why I ate this wonderful egg bake.
Well, I definitely think the hitchhiking scene, he was probably making up the different styles of putting your thumb in.
Yeah.
But that resonated with me now, since I did hitchhike during my hike. Then if I had watched
Did you
this movie,
hitchhike?
yeah.
Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think it came up actually, but it's a little different scenario. But
so you're trying to get back to town, like off the trail.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you've already walked a lot, so
exactly.
I mean, to take a ride.
Yeah, the good news is that, like in my case, anybody giving you a ride, I mean, they see hikers because it's they live obviously near the trail. But that scene resonated with me more. And I was like, I don't think I would have learned any of these signs. I think you just stick out your thumb. People know. But the practical thing about that scene too is when he's first doing it. I know it's just goofing around, but the car's almost on top of him before he sticks out his thumb.
Right.
No, you gotta give the driver time to decide if they're gonna.
Right, you got to give it a good look, right?
Yeah. So then, of course, being geeky, the next time you try to get a car, he did allow plenty of time, and I mean, it still didn't work for him because it sets up Andrews to show her leg, but.
Which I feel like that scene has been done in other movies. Yeah. Like it's like a scene that I feel like it's been done. Like
there's so many rom-com standard things that happen in this movie that have been repeated in rom-coms for the next 90 years. That's one of them where the guy egotistical thinks that like he knows he's gonna get the car, and then the woman shows him up.
And we could also probably look for other screwball comedies, and there's probably another hitchhiking scene in there very similar to the same thing, right?
Yeah. You have that. You have the meet cute. You have also, of course, the grave misunderstanding that almost breaks him up, and that is a common rom-com.
That is such a rom-com.
And actually, if you think about it, goes back to like Shakespeare with Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, sure.
I mean, more tragically.
Tragically, yeah.
But in this, really, it's a misunderstanding that they end up almost breaking up, and then figuring it out at the last minute, in very rom-com, running from the altar kind of way.
My parents watch Hallmark movies, and so I mean it's like rom-com in spades. And I was listening to another podcast one time, and they went down this tangent. And one of the podcasters' moms also watches Hallmark movies, and she only half jokingly came up with this schedule of events for like a typical Hallmark movie, and I'm making this up, but it's like, you know, minute number 6, you know, the meet cute, minute number 18, you know, the come apart, or, you know, whatever. And so I was like, man, that's pretty accurate. Like, these story arcs are very similar.
I know.
Well, in the commentary from Frank Capra Jr., he talks about that scene where they're having breakfast.
Yes, we haven't talked about it. We got off the thing. What did he say about it?
But that's the scene that had never been in movies before. That's the scene where you get the audience invested in liking both people.
Oh.
And that was a movie changer. And from that point on, movies started doing that.
Right, because she talks about in the piece about how she's never been alone.
Right.
Yeah. And that she's never had like the opportunity to be alone. So it kind of deepens her relationship as just not being the uppity princess.
Right.
And his is the working class. Like, is that the way that you dunk a donut?
Shows her how to dunk, and also then they have to work together to pretend to be this fighting married couple to fool the detectives.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a really cute scene as well, and she goes, you know, plays the role really well there.
Yeah, good point. The cooperation.
The working together to solve these problems. Also, I enjoy another funny scene is on the bus. There's this guy on the bus who figures out who she is. Shapley, and he's going to get the reward.
Yeah.
And Clark Gable just does a great scene where he acts like he's in the mafia. And they're going to kill her when they get to New Jersey, and he'll cut him in on it if he keeps his mouth shut.
Yeah.
He just really plays it well and scares the guy, and he runs off. And that was really a nice, funny bit.
Now, Paul hitchhiked briefly when you were on the trail.
Yeah.
Have you ever hitchhiked?
No.
Sam?
No.
I hitchhiked all the time, back in simpler times. My dad would drive me up to US 30 from my house in Van Wert, and I would hitchhike 70 miles from Van Wert on 30 through Fort Wayne to US 24 to 114, Indiana 114 to North Manchester.
To get to school?
Huh?
To get to school?
Yeah, when I was in college my freshman year. I had a car my sophomore year, but I hitchhiked back and forth to Van Wert. I hitchhiked back and forth from Manchester to Fort Wayne. You know, I hitchhiked all the time.
It's interesting.
People just did it then.
It used to be a way to considered a way to see the world.
Yeah.
There's all these let's go travel guys.
Yeah.
You know, and their thing is this thumb, like a thumbs up.
Yeah.
But it's the reason they use that is because it actually originated as a hitchhiker's guide.
Yeah.
And then evolved when that became, you know, too dangerous.
You know, my father, like all fathers of my age, was in uniform in World War II. And then I had 2 of my older brothers were in the Navy. Neither one were in Vietnam, but it was the Vietnam era. So if there was a soldier, a sailor hitchhiking, we always stopped and picked him up. Always.
So one of my hitchhiking experiences, I was in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, and this guy picked me up. He was 63 years old. He had attended the University of Maine at Orono, so there was a kind of a Maine connection. But he had hitchhiked apparently back and forth to Orono, Maine, and so I mean he didn't literally say this, but you can imagine that he's giving hitchhikers rides now as a way of paying back the rides he got, 40 plus years earlier.
My grandfather hitchhiked every day to work from Brooklyn, Indiana to Indianapolis, Indiana every single day, and the people knew him.
Yeah.
Because he hitchhiked every day.
He did not have regulars.
Yeah, he did not drive until he was retired. He did not have a car or drive until he was retired. So he hitchhiked every day to work.
And I hate to say it, but man, I don't think I'd pick a hitchhiker up today.
I know.
Yeah, I think those days are over. And I wouldn't want my kids hitchhiking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did it all the time. Never thought anything of it.
Well, like if you don't see, I'm assuming too, you don't see the number of hitchhikers used to see.
It is. Right. It's a sight if you see
one. That's true.
You
and
almost
because of like the way that the social, like you can Uber now. There's like so many other options.
Yeah.
That it's not like when you didn't have those options. I think that's the big difference too. Like now.
Yeah.
You just take a ride on the Uber, and
that's true.
It is like, I mean, I wonder about Uber because, like, eventually you'll have 30, 40 years, you're going to have autonomous cars. And then everybody will be like, so you got in a car with a stranger from an app. What?
Yeah,
Same idea.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
There are, unfortunately,
There's sometimes some bad things
there's
happen.
a lot of like sexual assaults
Oh,
and things
God, yeah.
that happen in Ubers.
But, like, same
Yeah.
idea, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
what
mean,
they're
it's
gonna
probably a really small percentage,
Yeah.
but probably hitchhiking, it was a really small percentage
Same
of those
idea.
that went wrong.
Yeah, same
Right.
idea. I'm telling you, in 40 years, they're going to be like,
Yeah,
you
you're probably
what?
right.
Damn Packers just scored a touchdown.
Oh, my God. This is like...
Ugh.
It happened one night with the Packer Bears fight
I mean,
in the midst of it.
Should we? It's going down to the wire. Should we suspend the?
No, let's keep
Podcast.
going. Let's keep going.
All right.
The other thing let's talk about is the carrots that Paul brought. So as I text Deli Direct you guys.
I did not Google this, and I'm surprised I didn't. It's probably because I was too busy with the cat expedition. But I was surprised that it was a big deal that Peter was eating raw carrots, because Ellie's like, "You're eating raw carrots?" It's like, maybe that wasn't a thing. I can't shed any light on this.
On the carrots?
Yeah, why was raw carrots such a big deal?
I
Maybe-
just thought, I mean, I don't know about I wasn't alive, obviously, in 1934, but I
Yeah.
just thought it was like one of those things, like, that's what you're eating?
Yeah.
You know, like, that's like what farmers eat, because she's, you know, so up at
Right,
age.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was a class thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Why
only
would you eat
prepared-
raw carrots? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
that
it was-
makes
Yeah,
okay.
so
That makes sense.
Capra, of course, big socialist, and a lot of his movies have like a very anti-capitalist, anti-finance kind of bent, but there isn't too much of that
And this,
in this movie.
because the dad
Even
is popular.
The rich banker ends up being, an okay guy in the end. And I think the worst thing about the daughter is that she's sheltered.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they
A little
were
snooty, but not like a terrible person.
He does make a comment, I guess, on the Lindbergh character, right? Because he was bought off for $100,000.
Yeah, do they know Lindbergh's a fascist yet?
no,
No.
not in
No.
Oh no.
So
No.
he's still really popular.
Yeah, because Hitler was just coming into power. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree, Sam. Like, I think Capra did the minimal amount possible to show that she was sheltered, as you said. Because there's other things that
Yeah,
they
she can't do a budget.
You want some more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they wanted to hit it harder, they could have made like she doesn't approve of the sheets in that little
Yeah.
cabin or things like that. But they did the minimal
Yeah,
amount.
they could have made her. Yeah, they could have made her behavior could have been much worse. Yeah.
And they did just
That's
enough to
true.
show that her dad was rich. Like it looks like he has a private plane.
He has a
which-
private
Which
plane.
would have
Yeah.
been like really.
Yeah, I mean, he actually the worst thing about it, he has like his own. He owns the police force.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a problem, isn't it?
Another thing that let's go back to the original cabin scene, the Walls of Jericho,
Yeah.
where he does his striptease. Where he's
Oh yeah, he's like, fine. Like, you're not gonna get ready. I'll just take my clothes off
Yeah.
here.
Now, if you notice, when he does that, he did not have an undershirt on.
Yeah, I did notice that.
And the reason why he didn't have an undershirt on is they filmed it a couple times, and it was taking too long for him to take the undershirt off.
So they just flipped
So they just said, nah, don't wear your undershirt. That caused a dip in the sale nationally of undershirts.
Oh.
No way.
Yes way. And all the undershirt manufacturers threatened to sue Columbia.
Shut up.
Yep.
Ah.
According to Frank Capra Jr., that was true. That caused a dip in the sale of undershirts because everybody, Clark Gable, he's the man,
King of Hollywood.
and he didn't have an undershirt on. So why am I wearing an undershirt?
That's wild.
And the manufacturers, like Fruit of the Loom and VVD or whatever that is, BDDs, they were all upset. They were going to sue Columbia over it.
Like, you could sue over that. You could sue over anything, but not like you would win. That's
Now,
wild.
when they get picked up, you know
Yeah.
who's the driver?
No. Ward Bond.
You guys ever watch Gilligan's Island?
Yes.
Like 40 years ago.
Yes.
The skipper,
Oh.
Alan Hale.
Hale, yeah.
Well, that's Alan Hale Jr. The guy that picked him up was the original Alan Hale.
Oh.
who almost looks as an identical twin of his son all those years later.
Young People in Love. That guy, right?
Yeah. Alan Hale was in a lot of movies, like the Robin Hood movie. I think he was Little John in the Robin Hood movie with Errol Flynn. So there was all these character actors that were in and out of that movie that Capra loved to use.
Amazing.
Okay,
I love all these facts that Dan pulls. Where's the big book, Danny?
It's on the floor somewhere.
Oh, I think it might be in the other room.
No, it's in here.
Right there.
Yeah, maybe it's on the table.
Yeah, I like to look at the big book too.
Yes.
Okay, now. Okay, here we go. Now, it premiered at okay, it opened at Radio City Music Hall in New York City.
Oh.
It didn't bomb, but it was not successful. It played for a week. It didn't have legs to go a full 2 weeks.
Wow.
But slowly, by word of mouth, it spread across the country. And it then set the record for a number of years of the most play dates of a movie.
Really?
And a play date, for a number of years, not forever, maybe till Gone with the Wind or something, I don't know. But it set the record for most play dates. And play dates are how many times it plays in how many different theaters. So, for whatever reason, the people in New York City
Didn't like it.
didn't like it. And Capra Jr. was saying, well, you know, New York City people can be elitist.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. But it was actually word of mouth that made that movie so popular. People were like, oh, you got to see this. You got to see it. It's a little bit like Star Wars. You know, I know you guys were, well, you weren't. You were 1 year old.
Yeah.
Sam wasn't born.
Paul was old.
Paul was, were you still in diapers?
No, third grade.
You're third grade. You know, when Star Wars first came out, I was like, it's just a rocket movie. Well, word of mouth, all of a sudden, boom, and then you couldn't get into that theater. So I thought that was interesting that it didn't start well. Okay, and then
What else do you got? That's all interesting stuff you got going on there.
Oh, and then at the like I think I said earlier, you know, she went to the she wanted to leave. She didn't want to stay for the Academy Award presentation.
Yeah.
But they convinced her to go. But she wanted to get out of there, and then all of a sudden she wins.
Right.
She was like going out the door, and they announced that she's won. So she goes up there and says, "Oh, well, thank you," and she starts walking away, and everybody's looking at her like that. And then she turned around and she said, "I have Frank Capra to thank for this." So I thought that was nice.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, that's the golden ages of Oscar speeches, short and
Yeah,
sweet.
yep. Back before they had to start playing you off.
Yeah.
And then, okay, then the other little bit I got from Frank Capra Jr. was after the movie and after all the awards, Capra maybe had a little fit of depression, and he got ill.
Oh, really?
And he went into a funk. And when he was in a funk, he would go to Palm Springs to try to recuperate. That's where a lot of the actors and actresses went. And he was just spinning around, not getting anywhere. And one of his friends, and I played it back 3 or 4 times, and I don't think Capra Jr. ever said who the friend was, came down and said, listen, you talk to people for 2 hours, and they listen to you. Get back at it. And that perked him up. The next movie he made was Mr. Deeds Goes to Town.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So, and you know, then he's become such a beloved director for America. You know, It's a Wonderful Life and all those great movies.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, too, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So many great movies. So, there you go.
And you love the movie.
Oh, absolutely, I love the movie.
Is it your favorite of the 6 so far? I like to know where they stack up. Because for me, I like to think of them in that way.
I don't know. I kind of like Cimarron. I don't know. It's tough.
Cimarron?
Yeah, I liked it. Well, I'm a history buff, right?
That was your favorite? Was
No, I don't know
Cimarron
if it's
so
Cimarron.
far?
I don't know if it's my favorite.
Of the 6. Which is your favorite of the 6 so far?
6?
That's what I'm asking. It's not like, I'm not asking you to do the 100 of them.
No, I don't know. Maybe All Quiet on Western Front. I mean, that's serious, but again, I'm a history guy.
It's your favorite, yeah. What about
And
you?
then I think the movie making of All Quiet on Western Front was something.
Well, I think what I'm going to say is because right now I'm deep into Carol Lombard and Clark Gable.
Yeah.
Because I'm collecting art
Yes.
and movie magazines.
It's not in your house, yes.
I gotta say, yeah, I think it's It Happened One Night right now.
Yeah, it's so
Because
good.
I'm all about Clark Gable and Carol Lombard right now.
What about you, Sam?
I would put it second behind All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah. So you guys, about the history people, it's
Just a preference over rom-com.
No, that's fine.
It's just a powerful movie.
Yeah.
this is my
Okay,
favorite.
yeah.
It's so good.
This movie was very entertaining.
It was so good.
Very entertaining.
It was so good. I might go home tonight and watch that scene between the dad and Clark Gable again.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love
Good
that
scene.
scene.
It's good scene.
I love that scene.
Well, and the other thing I loved was her wedding dress.
Oh, her dress was great.
That was a dress of all dresses.
Yeah, and her
that wedding gown.
her veil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
And then the other thing I loved was how King Wesley flies in with that plane helicopter.
Yeah, the gyrocopter.
Yeah. That was some machine, wasn't it?
It was great.
Yeah.
That was good. Now, what are we watching next week?
Well, next week, I think the next movie, you can check the big book, but I think it's Mutiny on the Bounty, starring Clark Gable.
Oh,
It is Mutiny on the Bounty. Now, is this a serious movie? It's not a screwball comedy. What?
Girl, did you ever go to school?
No.
I mean,
did.
even in Mooresville, Indiana, you've not heard of Mutiny on the Bounty?
No.
My God. Seriously.
Seriously, what is it about?
Well, it's a mutiny on the Bounty. The Bounty is the HMS Bounty.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a boat movie.
Yeah, it's a boat movie. Yes. Yes, it is.
It's a water movie.
Yeah.
I am surrounded. Lord, help me on this podcast. Help me keep it under control. Has anybody learned anything since I graduated in 1971 from high school? How have you not read Mutiny on the Bounty?
I never read Mutiny on
Well,
the
I
Bounty.
haven't read it.
I have read it.
I've read about
I
it.
have read it, and I don't think I've seen this. I've seen one of these.
Yeah.
There's 3 versions.
Yeah, I think I saw the middle one. I don't think I saw this one. But
The
I'll
middle
know
one's
when I
with
watch
Marlon
it.
Brando.
I think that's the one I saw. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It is one of the most famous, might I emphasize, famous episodes of the British Royal Navy. The HMS Bounty, the captain was Captain Bligh.
Oh, I've known that name.
There you go. I don't know how you know the name and you don't know the Mutiny on the Bounty. But Fletcher Christian is the guy who's also an officer. Captain Bligh is sadistic, and he's this and he's that, and causing problems. And eventually they mutiny, and they put Captain Bligh and those who stayed loyal to him on a lifeboat.
What? And this really happened.
Really happened
IRL.
in the South Pacific,
Yeah, Pitcairn Island, I think.
and they
Like,
sailed
what decade and century are we talking about?
17 late 1700s, early 1800s
Oh,
in
this
that
is
era,
exciting.
and they sail the Bounty to Pitcairn Island, where they beach it, and then they stay there.
Where there's descendants to this day.
Where the descendants still live today
Oh.
from the mutiny people. The fascinating thing about the story is on that lifeboat and in the middle of the Pacific, they navigate thousands of miles back to England.
After they're on the island?
No, after they've been put on a lifeboat,
Yeah.
Captain Bligh and the sailors who stayed loyal to him.
They get back to England.
Yeah, they get back to England.
So who's on the island?
The mutineers.
The mutineers.
The people who led the mutiny, see, they can't go back. The punishment
Be
for that
hung.
is death.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
they can't
So they
back
go
to
to the
England
island,
or anywhere England controls.
and so they pick an island. They're like, get the fuck off this boat, and
Mhm.
then
And to this day, it's an extremely difficult island to get in and out of.
Yeah, it's remote.
It's very remote. Plus, the waves really crash on it really hard, and there's only certain times ships can get in and out of there.
oh wow, this is
And-
gonna be a good movie.
And the descendants that intermarried with the Polynesians that live there, they're still there. Now, this is the 1935 version. Okay, Clark Gable. I think Charles Laughton plays, who's a great actor. I think he plays Captain Bligh. Then it was remade in the 50s with Marlon Brando playing
Oh, can I have a glass of milk, Sam?
Christian Fletcher.
Okay.
And then it was most recently made with Mel Gibson, right? I think it's Mel Gibson playing Fletcher Christian. It's a great movie, and it's a great book. It's a trilogy. It's called The Mutiny on the Bounty Trilogy. I read it probably in 7th or 8th grade. We were reading books in Van Wert.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shush up! I read books. I just read like Sherlock Holmes.
I read all
and
of Sherlock
Anne of
Holmes.
Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables and
Multiple times.
yeah, Pride and Prejudice. My high school English teacher did not have me read Mutiny on the Bounty.
She read all
Well,
the
your
British
high school
books.
English teacher was adult.
She only read the British books if they stayed on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got off the island, she didn't read it.
Monica doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can trash talk her. Her high school English teacher was my
You know,
sister-in-law,
Yeah.
Moby
Monica
Dick.
Yang.
No, we didn't read Moby
Yeah,
Dick.
see, they left the island.
Well, that would have been killing whales. You wouldn't like that.
No. I think, I'm excited to watch this movie. That'll be great.
So
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
oh yeah,
And he's brought me some tiramisu.
another interesting thing is Clark Gable's only Oscar was for It Happened One Night.
He didn't get it for Mutiny on the Bounty
Nope.
or Gone with the Wind.
Oh,
Right.
Wow.
stuffed.
But
I have
he's
some to take home, so.
he's Best Picture, 1934. He's Best Picture, 1935, with Mutiny on the Bounty,
Yeah.
and he's Best Picture, 1939, with Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Think about that. He is the actor. I
That's
mean,
impressive.
that's like
He wins Best Actor for which one?
It happened one night.
It Happened One Night.
That's it.
That's it.
yeah, that's his only Oscar. So you
Only
know,
the only screwball comedy of them.
yeah, because
There
he's
you go.
doing all
It's
this.
funny because rom-coms, in the modern era,
Some of
very
those are much
rarely
less.
get nominated for anything.
Right. Oh, that's true.
Much less win.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
to
upsetting.
win, to sweep the awards.
It's very
Yeah.
upsetting.
No.
Well, I'll say one thing. You might not have read great classic novels, but you know what?
There's too many of them. We all read some.
These cookies are good.
What?
I got a new oven and
There
my
you go.
cookies
She
are.
was taking home ec.
You got a easy bake oven from your childhood?
My oven went out, and so we bought a new oven, and it is
Oh.
way better than the old oven. Oh,
It's like even temperature.
yeah,
or
but I don't know. The cookies are better. Everything's better out of that oven.
Bad news. Packers won.
Yeah. Damn it. 28-21.
28-21. The Bears had the ball late at the 10-yard line. I don't know what happened, but they.
Yeah, well, there
they
you
didn't
go.
score.
That's my life story. So anyhow,
So that's next week, Mutiny on the Bounty.
Mutiny on the Bounty's next week. Now, as we get closer to Christmas, somebody talk while I text my Deli Direct friend.
Okay.
I will point out another geeky thing that stuck with me was when he sent the Western Union telegram. It cost like $2.30.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, given the scale of the other prices we heard about.
Yeah.
I didn't Google that either.
But I loved it, like,
that's
call
expensive.
it collect. He was always doing the collect.
Now, was anyone bothered? The only criticism I had, was anyone bothered by the age difference between the woman and the men she's the love interest here? Because she's 21, and King Wesley is got 40-ish.
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I didn't really.
35 at least.
Yeah, I didn't pay much attention, but I kind of wondered though, like, because obviously we talked about this being like a rom-com and all that, and my impression is that she probably had very short, meet and then marriage timeline with King Wesley too, right? So
oh, she just met him in the car and just
so,
said she was gonna marry him.
Yeah, so like she's basically done it twice now.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, of course she's gonna like marry this guy because this is the only man she's been with for 4 straight days.
And she had to like run through the mall just to find him.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got kind of good luck, I guess.
Yeah.
But back in the day, they do that.
Quick.
Yeah.
They're quick. They're quick.
What you think?
This is outstanding.
Eddie, anything on the movie?
Then watch it.
All right.
It's a great movie, Edmund.
Yeah, you're missing it.
It's my favorite of the ones we've watched.
I don't believe in love. What can I say?
Oh, that was heavy.
Whoa.
That was heavy. That was heavy.
Oh.
You don't believe in love?
Whoa.
What do you mean? Like, so you don't think?
It's a joke.
Oh, so do you believe in love? Like Sam and I, are we in love?
I think you have a working relationship.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, you're in love.
That's right.
You're 2 lovebirds.
23 years.
I love that tiramisu. That's what I love.
Oh, you see there.
The tiramisu is really good.
I'm gonna
Very
eat it
delicious.
later. I'm excited.
Thank you, Eddie.
Now, as we all know, this is getting close to Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay? I propose we continue on,
Okay.
but then I propose that I think the 21st,
Yeah, 2 weeks.
that's a Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
my kids are going to be here from Portland,
Oh, fun.
but they're all going down to Cincinnati to the Platt family
On the 21st.
on the 21st at a non-ADA place that I can't get in and out of. So I would like to do that, but I would like to.
You're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
I would like to take a pause in the Academy Award Best Pictures,
On the 21st.
and we talk about our favorite Christmas movies.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
We talk about our favorite Christmas
Yes.
movies.
I love this.
And I don't want to do top 10 because that's going to take too long.
We should just do like top 2.
I was going to say top 3 or top 5.
Top 3.
Okay, top 3. And so
There's
everybody,
really only one, so it doesn't even matter.
you're going to say Love Actually, right?
No.
It's a Wonderful
No,
Life.
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. The others
Let's-
are all fine, but
let's
there is
debate.
the one.
Oh boy.
So anyhow,
It'll be
We're
a
gonna
2
talk
hour,
about that.
2 hour podcast.
I have books on It's a Wonderful Life.
It's the best.
Uh,
I mean, I went to Seneca Falls and went to the Barrett Bridge this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
So anyhow,
I can barely talk about it
Can-
without crying.
can we agree to that?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm so excited.
I will not be
Okay.
here next Sunday, but I will be here the 21st.
Okay, so the 21st, we're going to do a pre-Christmas movie. We're going to take a break from the Academy Award
Yep.
Best Pictures,
We'll do a Christmas version of movies.
and we're going to do a Christmas version of movies. And everybody at the table, we'll let Kate know,
Yeah.
everybody at the table needs to come with their list of the top 3 Christmas movies.
Will it have to be based on a book we read in high school?
You know what, Paul? Nobody likes a smartass from Maine.
Oh, not true.
Now,
That's
if
true,
you'd have
actually.
brought some lobster instead of Dunkin' Donuts, maybe I would have taken that. Now, that's okay. No, Paul, because I don't think It's a Wonderful Life was a book.
No, God, it's so great. I'll hold for 2.
But that'd really change up the top 3 if that was a criteria.
That would, yeah.
Yeah, like is Elf a fucking book? No.
Language.
That was the first one, though.
No,
right?
it was
Yeah.
second.
Second.
Gotta get one in.
You missed one.
I did.
Yeah.
You know what I said? It was going to be $10. $10 an F-bomb. So
You have to make the glass before that can happen.
Okay, next week there's going to be a glass.
And it's going to charity, right?
It's going to charity. It's going to
the
the.
Virginia Mod Platt Empowerment Fund.
It's going to the Virginia Mod Platt
It's like
Empowerment Fund.
curse as much as you want.
And
Fuck that.
so there you go. Every time an F-bomb comes, it's going to be $10.
You gotta make the glass. Okay?
Yeah, with you, it's going to be a huge glass. And I don't want any euros in there. I don't want any Canadian. I don't want any Canadian loons in there. I want cash American.
I'm excited.
So that's going to happen. So good listeners, we'll do Mutiny on the Bounty next week. Then December 21st, we're going to do our top 3 Christmas movies, and by next week there will be a language jar sitting here.
Ooh.
So
Exciting. I should
Nan
say
Whaley,
fuck a lot right now.
you might as well go. You might as well go to an ATM now and take out maybe $200 or $300,
Set aside.
and you can have yourself an effing Christmas.
Wow.
Fucking great. Christmas.
There you go, language.
Yeah.
Language. And I just want the listeners to know that it was her mother that came up with the idea of the fine jar, and that would be a way to get Nan straightened up.
You two are always in cahoots. You and Ann Whaley.
There you go.
Well,
so-
great one tonight.
Huh?
I loved this one tonight.
Yeah, it was a good one. The food was great.
We
Yeah.
should do Brenner more often.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And I would like a Dunkin' Donut.
Oh, yeah.
We got to have donuts, even though we don't have anything. I could dip them in my water, I guess.
So for Mutiny on the Bounty, are we eating hardtack or something?
Say what?
For Mutiny on the Bounty, are we eating hardtack?
Oh, man.
You know, I think Mutiny on the Bounty is where they got breadfruit, right? And they threw out all the breadfruit, and that's how breadfruit spread throughout the South Pacific. I think that was a Mutiny on the Bounty.
I don't even know what breadfruit is.
God. Does Indiana test you to graduate?
Oh my.
I mean, he's very tough on Indiana because they beat Ohio State yesterday.
Yes, they
I
did.
see this. I see this
Yeah.
trend. I mean, there's.
I
not
thought
been
it was
so
going to
many-
happen.
I'm still like, all last night I kept on saying to Sam, like, Indiana is beating Ohio State in
Doesn't
football.
compute.
Like, I just could not
Yeah.
get it in my head. That's so weird. Sam said the last time Indiana beat Ohio State.
They've beaten them like twice since 1955 or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And their Big Ten
it's
champions last
insane.
time was 1945.
Yeah.
No.
1945.
And they're the second losingest program of all time in all of college football.
In
They've lost
60s
the second most games.
in 67, I think it was 67, they were the surprising sophomores. And they kicked everybody's butt. Because I used to listen.
Yeah, I think they tied for the Big Ten
I
championship.
listened
that
to
year.
Indiana
So they-
football all the time on
Yeah.
WOWO out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. And they
Yeah.
were called the surprising sophomores. And they were the terrible juniors and the terrible seniors, but
Yeah.
they really were very popular
Yeah, so they
sophomores.
shared the title that year, but
Yeah.
their last outright title was, they said,
1945.
1945.
Well,
So this morning, as you know, Dan mentioned, I'm from Indiana.
Mooresville, Indiana, not just anywhere in Indiana.
Mooresville, Indiana.
If Rod Sterling had known about Mooresville, Indiana, that would have been the place where all the weird stuff happens on Twilight Zone.
Isn't that weird? Twilight Zone, and then also Stranger Things is in Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my brother this morning sent this.
This is the best Dunkin' Donut I've had
Have
in
you ever
years.
seen
That's
this?
a sour.
Have you ever seen this? We used to watch this at the beginning of every. You never seen this? They showed it at the beginning of every Indiana basketball game. So they'd show that at the beginning of every Indiana basketball game when I was a little girl. Like, that's how you knew the basketball. I think it was Farmers Insurance would pay for, and her name was Martha, and she was the cleaning person, and like at Indiana University, and that's how they would start the game. Isn't that wild?
Now, I will bet you this.
The NHL, whatever's coming after us now.
Oh, no.
I will bet you this. I personally have spent more time drunk and partying in Bloomington at IU than you have.
Correct.
So I know a little bit about the Hoosiers.
Yeah, did you ever see that?
Like I said, I spent a lot of time there.
So you've seen that?
I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Brings me back.
It's what makes college sports better than pro sports.
That? Martha?
Things like that.
Yeah, right? Don't you think?
Like
I got
Script, Ohio.
I got teary-eyed this morning when
Yeah.
David sent it. I was like, it just took me right back to
Nostalgia.
when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's
And
what I'm
as
saying.
much as I love the Bears and big league baseball and everything, there's nothing like college sports for that kind of thing. Whether it's Script, Ohio, whether it's that, whether it's, whatever, the Duck at Oregon.
Yeah, it does make it special.
Makes it
does
special.
make it special. Like that. Yeah, and so I said to David, he texted to the family this morning. I said, well, did you send it to the cousins? And he said no, so he sent it to the cousins, and immediately Stephen was like, Martha! So yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yep.
The Indiana Hoosiers beat the Ohio State Buckeyes yesterday.
They beat them fair and square.
I didn't see that on my bingo card.
I did on mine.
You did? I did not.
I got text to prove it.
You
I
felt
texted
it.
before the game started. I said, we're still drunk from finally beating Michigan.
Michigan. And most people, you're not even that upset about getting beat by Indiana because you beat Michigan.
You got it.
And it's next one noticed.
You got it.
And then also you're probably like, I'll see them again at the national championship.
Doesn't impact the run.
Let me tell you, I have this disagreement, this debate with one of my friends who graduated from the University of Michigan.
Oh, is it Jeff Patzer?
Yeah, it's Patrick. Okay. And he doesn't listen to the podcast anyhow, so we've always, Michigan, Ohio State week's always been a big thing. Until we suffered through all those Cooper years.
Oh gosh, yes.
Where he couldn't beat Michigan. He couldn't, he couldn't have beat him with an A-bomb. And then they wandered in the wilderness when they couldn't win. And I loved it best when it was the Bo and Woody years. They call it the 10 Years' War. It was actually, I think it was 5-4-1. 5 Michigan, 4 Ohio State, and 1 year they tied. And those were great. To me, that's Michigan, Ohio State. If you have these 5, 6, 7 wins in a row, that's not a rivalry. You got to be able to go down there and get up for it, da-da-da-da-da. Last year, when Michigan beat Ohio State, that made their year. Even though Ohio State then went on and won the national championship. Beat 4 other ranked teams to do it. Okay? For me, the national championship was okay, but
So the
we got
Michigan
beat.
game's more important.
For me.
They went around and interviewed people I saw online, at Ohio State, and asked them if you had to only get one, the national championship or Michigan, and half the people said Michigan.
Yeah. Now,
also,
my friend Jeff Patzer,
yeah,
who doesn't listen to the podcast,
yeah,
he goes, Oh, no. If you're from Michigan like I am, although he's lived in Ohio since 1994, if you're from Michigan like I am, you realize that the big rivalry is between Michigan and Michigan State. And I'm like, oh, no. There's been like 30 books written about the Michigan-Ohio State game. There's been like 2 written about the Michigan-Michigan State game. But that's what he claims every year. Oh, no, the Ohio State-Michigan game's no big deal. It's the Michigan-Michigan State game. He's crazy.
The New York Times ranked last week the top 100 rivalries.
Yeah.
From, like, football rivalries, 1 to 100.
Yeah.
Number 1 in the country, Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
Number 2 was what, Sam?
Is it Alabama?
Auburn.
Auburn,
The
Alabama.
Iron Bowl, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Michigan State was like in the top 20.
Yeah, but you know, it's nowhere near what the
He's
Michigan
just
Husks.
saying that to get under your skin, you know. Because he knows
Now, he's
how
got a
much it
piece-
bothers you.
He's got a pea-sized brain. He believes that.
Oh.
He doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can trash him.
Is that what we're going to do now when people aren't listening to the podcast? We're going to talk about them?
Heck yes.
Oh, okay. Didn't know.
That's the way we can get our leaders or our viewership up.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Our,
talk about
our
it.
listenership up.
Controversy.
Yeah.
I
But
gotta
so-
listen to it. So
So anyhow, you know, I'll show you my text. I was texting, yep, we're going to lose this, blah, 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 blah. I was very sedate about it.
I know.
Mark was very sedate about
But
it.
you know, it's just wild that Indiana is the number 1 team in the country. It's just wild.
But when you're 72, like we talked about Cavalcade,
Yes, Jesus.
and you can remember when they were better, then you think, oh, well, yeah, you know, they're Big Ten.
Indiana, the last time they won the Big Ten championship was 1945. You weren't even fucking alive.
But they were better for a moment in time. There wasn't like this.
They were the surprising sophomores when I was listening.
One time in your 72 years.
Yeah, and you know what else? One time in my 72 years, the Bears won the Super Bowl. And I'm still a Bears fan.
Oh, God.
Super Bowl 20. They made it again, then they got beat by those worthless Colts. But there you go. That's a Bears fan.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just like wild, the thought of it. Because it's like that Indiana like barely plays football.
Yeah, when the Cubs finally won the World Series, that would have been wild for.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cubs
The Cubs
fans, like-
waited 108 years. So.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's just like a mindset change. Martha didn't start the football games in Indiana. She started the basketball games. Okay.
When 72 you are, you're going to think, nah, Cavalcade was a pretty good movie.
No, I don't. I don't think
And
I'll think
and
that.
when you think that, I'll be long gone out at St. Kateri. And when you think that, and you go, you know, he was right. I don't want you to put Cavalcade on.
Dan, I'll put it in my.
I want you to go to your CD and put Richard Harris singing
Oh
MacArthur
my
Park on.
God, no. Well, luckily I won't think that Cavalcade's a great movie, so I won't have to worry about this. All right, Danny, why don't you take us off?
Just a minute, I got a text from my Delhi direct phone.
The Bears win or lose?
We lost.
Wow.
Okay, I just got a text from him. He got off the truck and made it to a TV to see the end of it. To me, it looked like he made the first down. I think there was a bull crap call. So there you go. I don't know. I wasn't watching it because I was doing the podcast. Now, might I add, Sam was watching it. But anyhow, I'd like to thank everybody. The food was magnificent. We had a great egg bake, which was really wonderful. The cookies you made were great.
Thank you.
Fruit salad was great. That was a good Dunkin' Donut I had. You said it was the sour cream?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to remember that. The carrots were good. Eddie's brought out tiramisu for people.
Thank you to Eddie. I'm going to eat it this week.
Yeah, we'll eat it.
And Paul, any closing comments?
I put in my iPhone calendar for January 23rd, 2078 to ask Nan if she'd like Cavalcade because she'll be 72 then.
When is it?
January 23rd, 2078. I mean, I have to be around too, but...
2078. I want one of you guys to come out to
it's-
St. Kateri.
No, 2078. It'd be 102 in 2078. I was born in 76.
Oh, I did the math wrong because
You sure
50
did.
plus 22. Oh,
What's-
40. I'm sorry.
What school did you go to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mooresville,
I was too
Indiana?
busy reading history.
Mooresville High?
He was reading those books and not doing his math.
All right, so the joke fell flat, but
47.
47, yeah.
47. Or 48. I'm still trying to think.
Yeah,
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 20,
sorry.
48. She's going to
so on your behalf, I will ask her if she likes
Good.
cavalcade now that
Yeah.
she's
And the answer will be no.
And I will leave in my as my will instructions that you get one of the MacArthur Park CDs to play for
Oh
them.
my fucking god.
Language. Sam, any closing comments?
Really enjoyed the movie. I'm talking to a lot of people now who are watching these movies along with us.
Oh, yeah.
Who
that's
else is
really
doing it
fun.
besides Daddy?
He was somebody else.
Butterball's watching
this
them.
week, yeah.
Ava K's watching them.
Oh, is that right?
I told Ava K.
I think Michael and Tori.
Michael and Tori.
Said they were doing
I
it.
think Laheka is watching them.
Yeah. Well, heck, a lot of people talking to a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, watch the
Oh,
movie
yeah,
this
that's fun.
week.
I
So-
sent yesterday with Ava K. I loaned her the Grand Hotel so she could watch the Nothing Ever Happens, the spoof movie.
Spoof movie?
Yeah, so she took that. So yeah, I think Sam, I think you're right. I think people are starting to.
It's fun.
Fun thing
yeah.
to do.
Yeah, fun thing to do.
No, and I would never do this if not for the Sunday dinner.
Yep.
I have to
True.
say.
It was
I would never do
always
this.
on Virginia and I's bucket list to do. That's why, as Eddie will tell you, I have all these CDs back there.
And DVDs, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean.
They haven't been misplaced again yet.
They haven't been
Yeah.
misplaced again yet. Yeah. Nan, any closing comments?
No, I just cursed if I had any. So have a great week.
Have a great week.
Best movie yet.
Best movie yet. And then with that, I will say fair winds. No, Godspeed and fair winds.